have I heard about the Beirut explosion?
You love your father, the devil.
Have I heard about the Beirut explosion? Is that what you're asking? Like the largest news story of the day. Do you think I heard about it, or do you think I'm unaware? What do you think? Like literally the biggest news story, the most viral breaking news story of the day. Do you think that I haven't heard about it, or what? I don't know anything about Lebanon. I'm not super knowledgeable on the comings and goings of Lebanese politics. So I'm telling you right now, we're going to look at a cool explosion that is devastating and horrible. And I'm going to try to parse through all the information that's out right now. Or at the very least, look through the news resources that are biased in every which way. Okay, so let's get started. So Ragab Soyle has like some information on it. So I'm gonna look at what he has reported on thus far. There's of course a lot of blood and things like that. So I don't want to show you all the footage. I have to go through it carefully. But just all you need to know is that there was a gigantic explosion on a port in Beirut. Okay, here it is, unverified. At the time, it was unverified, but now we know this is true. So that's the original footage. Okay, that's one of the first things that came out. Insane, like mushroom clouds and everything. The reason why I think maybe it's not, the reason why I don't think it's fireworks is because fireworks would not explode that way, and there would be secondary explosions if they actually blew up, and they would fly out into the sky and shit. So that was a silly take. Here is another angle from like a nearby. I think this is the one from a hotel or a restaurant or something. Look at this. Just absolutely devastating, absolutely insane. Here's another one. This is from an apartment like a couple blocks down. First you see smoke coming out, then you see a couple crackles, right? Like you start seeing mini explosions, and then the big one comes. Literally leveling all of the buildings in the nearby vicinity. Here. All the windows, I guess all the windows in his apartment also shattered, even though he's like a couple blocks away. Just completely insane. So the original take was fireworks being stored there because it's a port, and then they changed it. Not a nuke. Don't be stupid. No, that's not a nuke. No. Here is a major damage in Beirut, Lebanon, in the nearby area as well. This is what it looks like now. Major damage in Beirut, Lebanon from the explosion near the Beirut port. All hospitals in Beirut area are reportedly at full capacity. At least 400 people are injured from the incident. What is the latest death count? I don't know. The latest death toll, I do not know. I think it was like 15 or something, including an official from Lebanon who was at the port, I think, or near the port at the time. Fucking insane.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
Last time the Lebanese army reported that it was a firework.
So another theory I heard is that it was like a grain silo or something. Another theory that people were reporting on or people were speculating on was that it was a grain silo, which explains the white smoke, as this person is also pointing out. because of the white smoke at first. It could be all three of those things combined. The original theory is that like there was like a nitrate leak, I think, of explosives, or explosives were being stored near a fireworks factory, or where fireworks were being stored. And that's the reason for like multiple explosions. Here's an up close one. Are there people inside? Is that who's screaming, or is that just someone who's like... Here's the port of Beirut, which has been completely destroyed. It's been completely leveled, the port of Beirut has.
عن كسر حديد كسر حديد البور ماشي كسر حديد البور جتت بالارض بالملايين بتشيل جتت قد ما بدك بتشيل جتت ثاني ما يلي كلها يا الله ما اخذ منه بيحصيهم جتت الله.
It's the US government? No. Tensions have been high in Lebanon for some time. The country is going through a tumultuous economic situation.
You don't love the spirit of justice.
But
You love
geopolitical
your father,
tensions
the
have been
devil.
really high due to Hezbollah's activities in the region, and also, of course, Israel. So, again, don't know who's responsible for it. Not saying that anyone in particular is responsible for it. It could literally just be malpractice. It could literally just be that they genuinely and legitimately kept these explosive contraband that they stored next to a fucking fireworks factory. I mean, that's just sounds insane, but both Israel and Hezbollah have denied anything to do with them. Yeah. I mean, Israel, even if it was Israel, they would never fucking be like, yeah, we blew up a fucking port in the middle of Beirut. What the fuck do you mean? What, you think Israel's gonna be like, yeah, we blew up a fucking port in the middle of Lebanon, like in the middle of a city? They would never in a million years admit it. Neither would Hezbollah either, like, for that matter. No one would take credit for this unless they are like...
I love the system.
No one that is interested in attaining political power beyond like being a already like completely outside of the norm, like radical fucking terror cell is going to take credit for this shit. Only ISIS would ever claim it. Like Hezbollah would never claim it either. Someone commented that this could turn them into another Syria. The thought made me shudder. Beirut trade being disrupted in the middle of an economic crisis could send them reeling. Yeah. Sound of Beirut port explosion was heard in Cyprus, 234 kilometers from the area of explosion. Dozens of injuries, or nearly 400 injuries so far, have been reported. All the hospitals in the near vicinity of the port are overloaded. As if 2020 could get even more insane. This is what the people of Lebanon have to deal with. Here's some footage from El Haddad. This is the aftermath. Yeah, it literally looks like 9/11, like the aftermath of 9/11. It's fucking crazy. The ambulance teams are transporting hundreds of wounded people from the explosion site right now, as there are calls to donate blood in Beirut and suburban hospitals. Major General Ibrahim, Director General of Lebanese Intelligence, has stated that the authorities confiscated a large cache, however you say it, of sodium nitrate months ago that was supposed to be destroyed. But that is what exploded due to the fire in the inventory at the Beirut port. That is the official statement as of an hour ago. That was reported on Lebanon 24. That's what we have. That's what we've heard thus far. Okay. At least 6 people have died as late as 2 hours ago.
Chat if you can call family and friends in
Governor of Beirut says what happened was like the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings. Contact lost with the Beirut firefighter brigade after the second explosion. 11 bodies have been recovered from the Beirut explosion site. A 3-story building collapsed in Beirut, and citizens are still under the rubble, according to Anadolu agency. Lebanon is in the middle of a financial crisis where people literally have been dying out of hunger. Hundreds of buildings are now unusable due to the explosion. Hospitals have run out of space, and the Lebanese economy was already in a significant downturn. So a gigantic port exploding this way is going to be really bad. Red Cross is now reporting over 2,200 injured. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, sorry. 25. The latest breaking is 25 dead and more than 2,500 have been injured. Nope, sorry. Updated. Lebanese Ministry of Health says 30 dead and 3,000 injured so far in the Beirut explosion. 30 dead and 3,000 injured so far in the Beirut explosion. And apparently the fire at the Beirut port caused by the explosion seems to be continuing. Hold on, I'll be back in 1 second. I can't translate. I don't speak Arabic. Like, what the fuck do you want from me? She's saying people are injured and cannot access hospitals because the hospitals are completely full. Guys, next time you see an explosion, stop recording and lie down. There's a second shockwave that hits about 2 seconds later that flips cars, breaks windows, and throws you away. Let's pray for Beirut and Lebanon all in all.
Oh my god! 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 Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Out! Go! Go!
Dude, this is insane. It's just like, it reminds me.
You don't love the spirit of justice.
Kind of reminds me of like the earthquake in Istanbul when I was younger. The mushroom cloud was compressed water vapor from ambient humidity. The power of that explosion is fucking nuts. What I do not understand is why this amount of explosives were just being stored in the middle of a fucking city. It doesn't make sense. Here is on the ground footage of the explosion. Like, the reason why the camera flips is not because he drops the camera, but because he like fucking flips with the impact. They're dead? How the fuck do they upload then? At the very least, his ears are completely blown out. There's also, there's a litany of secondary complications that come when explosions like this happen. There's a toxic smoke. There's the rubble, the dust that you inhale from the rubble when you get into the recovery efforts, when you engage in recovery efforts. There's a bunch of chemicals that they have, especially if these buildings are older, like the type of shit that they used to use. Inhaling all of that will likely give you lung cancer and a variety of different long-term complications. It's not just the explosion itself that's devastating. It's not the shockwave that's devastating. Yeah, there's gas pipes in the buildings. Yeah, asbestos. There will certainly be a toxic fallout for sure. Jesus Christ, look at this. Person is just driving. He sees like all of this.
Do something with your channel points. I have 200k smile.
Oh my god. Imagine driving, you see all this smoke, and then an explosion so large that it blocks out the sun. That's insane. Here's what I wanted to show you as far as the impact goes. Now, a lot of the stuff that comes out of this region, a lot of the information that comes out of this region, specifically like Western facing information, is going to be very politically motivated. That's why I'm trying to parse through the information that comes out to make sure that you're not getting like, you know, people falsely blaming random or not so random, but like people falsely blaming Israel or people falsely blaming Hezbollah or anything like that. But because like this guy is Tehran has a passion for exposing Tehran's apologist / lobbyist, blocked by the mullah's dictator. Like he's like anyway. Regardless though, this shows the area of damage really well. So there's a tons of confiscated nitrate that was reported in present area in the initial explosion. Here, green is the center of the explosion, red is the danger zone, white is the shockwave from the blast. I just want to show you the devastation it caused where it leveled the entire fucking port. White is all the people that experienced the shockwave from the blast. The situation in Lebanon has been so bad. The currency devalued by 80% since New Year. Electricity has only been coming for 2 hours per day in major areas, including hospitals in Beirut. These hospitals were forced to close wards. 2,200 are now injured. 30 people dead as of now. The supply chain can't handle in the country. Yeah, people from Cyprus DM'd me saying I'm in Cyprus right now and I fucking heard the explosion 200 kilometers away while walking my dog. It's fucking insane. CCTV video of inside a shop as the explosion hit. Here, I'll show you this. It's not terrible, but here it is. This is just the aftermath of the explosion, like not the immediate explosion. And it's in the vicinity. Those sparks in the fire look exactly like the fireworks factory explosion in Turkey. Oh yeah, so that's the other insane thing that like this happened in Turkey like a month ago. Eight soldiers died, I think, while they were transporting fireworks. This happened in Turkey recently. It happened in China as well, like a while ago. But the Turkish one was literally a confiscated fireworks, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So, and that was really recent. I legitimately don't understand why we need fireworks, but I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know why we have fucking fireworks. Oh, also, yes, the Israeli government has approached the Lebanese government via diplomatic channels and offered humanitarian and medical assistance following the deadly explosion. Fireworks bring a sense of belonging to a same nation. I watched them in Paris with friends, and I noticed how people felt proud that we were able to produce such a beautiful showing. It's just literally not worth it. I mean, it could be fireworks. I originally, when I saw the explosions, I thought that there's no way it could be fireworks, but looking at closer video footage, it does seem like it could be at least like firecrackers and shit that were exploding within the building, and maybe they were not able to escape because they were in a fucking concrete building. It definitely isn't a nuke though. Like, I don't know why people are adamant because they saw like something that resembles a mushroom cloud, I guess, that like they're like, oh, this is a fucking nuke or whatever. It's not a nuke. Also, when a nuclear bomb explodes, doesn't that render every single electronic in the vicinity useless? Only one person said no, and everyone is saying yes. But I don't know of any relief funds for Lebanon at the moment. But once there are some verified ones, I'll spread them. But anyway, I don't want to get into fucking conspiracy theories. The people who are asking like, who do you think is responsible or what do you think it is? All we have to work with currently is just information. All we have to work with currently is just information that
the spirit of justice
that we have from official sources, and the current working theory at the moment is that this was confiscated explosives near a grain storage facility. It was a bunch of confiscated nitrate that exploded. I mean, it could just literally be human error. It could be a consequence of human error, negligence, and not moving the confiscated nitrate in time, keeping it in the middle of a fucking port for an extended period of time rather than moving it out of the city. Yeah, they say that it was there for 9 years, but I don't know. I don't know if that's confirmed or not. Fighter jets were spotted at the time of the explosion. Like, that's what I'm like, no, dude, no. Okay. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, this is what I mean. Don't do this shit. I hate this so much. Don't do this shit, dude. You literally are no different than fucking QAnon people when you do this. Like you aren't being clever. You aren't being smart. Just stop. So the original report said that the ammonium nitrate was stored in the Beirut port for the past year. It was confiscated a year ago, but now more information is coming out claiming that it was actually there for the past 4 years, according to the preliminary info, says Lebanon's Druze leader Walid Jumblat. Anyway, I've covered pretty much everything so far. I've showed you like 700 videos from the explosions. You don't need to see any more at this moment. But for the time being, that's all we're going to do for Lebanon. There's a lot of other news to cover as well. But the current death toll in Beirut has now reached 40, according to the Lebanese health minister, and thousands are wounded.